Hey there. If you've been guesting on podcasts and you're not seeing consistent results, visibility, leads, authority, this video is for you. Because here's the truth. 7 out of 10 of podcast guests are leaving money on the table with every single interview, and they don't even realize it. I'm Lindsay Phillips. I leverage and repurpose podcast interviews for my clients to attract more leads and opportunities. And today, I'm going to share 8 hidden signs that you might be under leveraging your guest appearances and how to fix them. So sign number 1 is the episode title. So if you see the title and you think that's vague, is anyone even going to know what it's about? That's a problem. Here's an example. So I remember guesting on a podcast show and the show went live and the title was kind of a spin on my business name. It was Smooth Sailing Content with Lindsay Phillips. It was generic and it was super unclear. And if that's the case, the title is going to repel the listener instead of compelling them and pulling them in. And your episode title should hook, clarify, and align with the value that you bring during that episode. Sign number 2 is weak show notes. So the host gives you all the assets, it's gone live, and it's just a bio and maybe a sentence. There's no clear takeaways or a reason to tune in. Listeners will simply keep scrolling, right? That's prime real estate to frame the transformation and highlight what's in it for them to compel them to listen. And if they don't listen, you've lost some key prospects. Less leads, less impact. Sign number 3 is off-brand graphics. You've probably seen this. Awkward photos, mismatched fonts, pixelated logos. Not only does it dilute your authority, but it doesn't really feel shareable. Your promo should enhance your brand and inspire clicks. Sign number 4, no show page or SEO strategy at all. Sometimes the host will only send you a Spotify link or Apple, and they, and you in that case, are missing out on SEO and traffic and visibility. Your interview should be working for you long after it airs. I always tell my clients to publish the episode that they guest on their website. So that way the traffic is going to your website and not the host's website and not the host Spotify or Apple. Use that SEO. Why direct traffic to Apple when you can push them to your own website? So sign number 5 is no video version. If the host doesn't give you a video version or you don't leverage it and use it, you're missing out on YouTube reach. There's no clips for Reels and you're going to get zero discoverability outside of the podcast platforms, i.e. Apple, Amazon, iHeart, and so on. So you're actually missing out on a huge opportunity for repurposing and expanding your reach. You want to distribute everywhere for maximum exposure. And that's actually step 2 of my podcast leverage system. Plus, Reels and YouTube Shorts get you in front of people that aren't already following you, so you're able to expand your reach. And that goes for the host as well, right? If they're not pushing out Reels and Shorts, they're only going in front of people that are already following them. They're not expanding their visibility and exposure. Sign number 6, weak quotes are being pulled. So maybe they pull a quote for their social media that doesn't really reflect your expertise. It might be a fun line, but it's not powerful. What you say should build trust and make people think, ooh, I need more of that. So if the quote doesn't lead to your brilliance, it's a mess. Hint, you can pull out your own tips and quotes and showcase those from the episode that you guested on. Sign number 7 are unstrategic clips. So when the host gives you some reels, they've created some, that's amazing. But what if those video clips aren't converting moments? What if they're not strategic? What if they don't position you as an expert? I had one podcast that I guested on once, and one of the reels was like an outtake, like a funny random moment that was in the interview. There was no context, and it didn't reflect my expertise or how I helped my clients or any tip. And so, honestly, I didn't really want to share it. You want people to stop the scroll. Wow, that's exactly what I've been struggling with. You want those clips to be strategic sound bites, not random outtakes. And lastly is sign number 8. There is no traffic going to your website. The podcast is only going to the hosts. So you're doing the interview, you're sharing the story, and you're giving the value, and the leads are going somewhere else. You have to guide the audience to go to your world, whether it's your freebie, your discovery call, the next step, not the host. You want to fully leverage that whole opportunity and that whole interview. So even if a few of these signs felt familiar, it's time to take your visibility seriously. You're showing up, you're giving your time, your energy. Let's make sure that every guest appearance builds your brand, brings in leads, and works for you long after it airs. So I put together a free guide called 3 Ways to Repurpose and Leverage Your Podcast Guest Interviews to help you get started. So grab it in the comments below or head to leverageyourpodcast.com/guest. Because it's not about doing more interviews, honestly. It's doing more with the ones that you already have. Leverage the heck out of them. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to get more tips and get clients instead of crickets from podcast guesting.